I want to send out a special thank you to Barnett Harley Davidson, Sherman, Mark, and Kurt of Barnett Harley Davidson, located just off Interstate 10 in El Paso, Texas.
All right, welcome to Crossroads Live on the Road. Today we are in Granbury, Texas. We're here today to visit with a lady named June Boyd. She goes by the name of Joe on her books, and she is a writer. And she's going to be telling us about her career in writing and how she got her whole career started. And right now I'd like to introduce you to my backup group. They're back here. There they are. And we are going to be here talking with Joe, and we want you to stay tuned because we're going to be right back on Crossroads Live. Today I'm out here with my pal Danny Boy, and we have a message for you from the American Lung Association. If you don't smoke, don't start. And if you do smoke, find a way to stop. Now, we know that it's not easy, so check with your doctor. He'll be the first one who'll be glad to help show you the way. Now, for a better quality of life and a longer life, stop smoking today. So, for me and Danny, to all of you, good luck, God bless, and here's hoping we see you at the crossroads. And welcome back to Crossroads Live. My name is Jim Hoffbar, and I'm standing here with a young lady by the name of June Boyd, and her name that she goes by really is Joe. Everybody calls you Joe, right?
Yes, they do.
Tell me, Joe, how did you get the name of Joe?
My grandpa started calling me Joe when I was really little. He never ever called me by my name.
Never did, huh?
Never did. He called me Joe. So I thought I'd write under Joe.
Well, that's good. That's good. I like that name, Joe.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Joe, and everybody's gonna be wanting to know what's her last name.
Right,
you know?
right.
But you're gonna have June Boyd, Joe, or is that?
It's gonna be just Joe.
Just Joe.
Just Joe.
All right, there you go. So tell me about your publishing company. You have a publishing company?
Yes, I have a contract with Tape Publishing. They're one of the top 10 publishers in the world.
And
that's for my inspirational book, Inspirational Short Stories, by Joe.
And so this inspirational book, now you told me something, was that a children's book? Or?
I have children's books that I'm writing to put in next. I'm writing that for my granddaughters. It's fairy tales for Isabella and Natasha.
We had to get into granddaughters. Yes. We did. And I'll tell you what, now, are these books out now?
No, they will be out. The Inspirational Short Stories will be out in January.
In January.
Yes, and then after that one goes out, I'm going to put it in my children's books.
Okay, now we got that straight. Right. All right. Now, Harley Davidson is sponsoring your tour, right?
Yes, they sponsored me to be on this show.
Yeah.
And if everything goes good, they're going to keep sponsoring me.
Okay. Okay, and remember that I want a Harley Sportster.
Mr. Barnett, did you hear that?
All right, no, we're kidding. So anyway, when is the book tour going to start?
I'm going to start when the book's out in January. I'm going to be hitting the road.
Okay. And I already know that we're talking about having you up in Quitman, Texas.
Yes. I'm going to do book signings there at the library.
All right. Very good. My cousin runs that operation up there.
Right.
And so we give her a plug to Lean. There you go. And so anyway, we got this new book coming out. What was the inspiration behind the book?
I started writing when I was 6 or 7 years old. I wrote my first poem. And I don't know what really inspired me. A lot of church, I think. a lot of church because it's religious. It's a good religious book. It will inspire anybody that reads it.
Whoa, we all need
It-
inspiration,
it's
don't
pretty
we?
powerful. It's pretty powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break, and we will come right back, and we'll talk a little bit more about the book. And we'll be right back on Crossroads Live.
I'm Colin Ray. Within the next 30 seconds, at least 3 children will be physically or sexually abused. We must stop this national tragedy that robs our children of their innocence, their dignity, and often their lives. If you or someone you know are being abused, call Child Help USA National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4A-CHILD. Call is free and confidential 24 hours a day. 1-800-4A-CHILD. You can stop child abuse.
And welcome back to Crossroads Live. My name is Jim, and I'm here with Joe, the Jim and Joe Show. There you go.
That's good.
I want to ask you about growing up. The years growing up as a child. You grew up in Indiana. Did you tell me that?
Yes, I'm from Worthington, Indiana.
Yeah. And that's where the wanting to be a writer started?
Yeah, I lived in Worthington when I started. I slept with a pen and paper all the time because I would wake up in the middle of the night and have a thought, and I would write it down.
So so did you write mainly poetry?
A lot of poetry and short stories.
Yeah. So did you take any, like in school, did you have any writing classes?
No.
No formal writing training?
Nope, I did it all on my own.
Wow. And the trees are falling on
Yeah,
them.
they are.
And so you learned by yourself, learn by doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
I went to church a lot when I was young. I was there like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what the preacher had all that in my head, and I
Yeah.
guess that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And then when you're with family, there's stories there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tell my kids all the time, you don't know it, but you're making my next book.
So be good, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You better.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said, because I've written a few screenplays myself.
Right.
And I tell everybody, be careful what you say to me. It may wind up in a screenplay.
Right, because you're a writer. If you're a writer, yeah. That's what I tell my kids. You would give me a lot to write about.
Yeah. So tell me about your family. I mean, how many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
3 children.
Dave, Tommy, and Ashley.
Oh, we got to get into children, right? All right.
Yeah.
And so when you write, are you like a night person? You write at night? Do you write in the mornings?
I write anytime it comes to me. If it comes to me in the middle of the night, I'll get up and write.
Yeah.
So I write all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because I write like when there's no one around, and it's quiet. And
Right.
so that's what I like
You
to
know what I like to do? I don't know why this is, but I'll put on a movie. And I have to have the movie on TV while I'm writing. I don't understand it, but that's how I am.
Well, a little background music.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
so the first thing you wrote was the inspirational book.
Right. And that was my whole life of writing that.
Yeah. And so this new book is about inspiration, or is it?
It is a lot of inspiration. If you need inspiration, lifting up, read it because it'll help.
Can I buy a book of that? I need to get that book.
I'll give you one.
Yeah. No. Well, you're not going to make any money if you keep giving them away.
I know. And everybody's asked me for one.
Yeah. All your friends come out. I know. I produced a couple of films, and they line up. Can I have a free movie?
Right.
But so, in between that, how many books have you got out?
I ain't got any out yet.
Yeah, none are out.
None. But that one will be out in January. It's already going through the process.
Okay. So where will they be able to get this book? Like Amazon or?
I got a hot spot in Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, Kindle. It'll be on everything on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll be able to get it. They'll be able to find
That's
it.
what I tell everybody. If you want one free, go to the internet and buy one.
Yeah. Well, that's like I interviewed a fellow by the name of Ken Farmer, and I asked him a question, and he said, well, if you want to know Buy the book.
Right, right. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
so,
going to read the whole thing to you. You go buy your own.
yeah, right. I'm not going to tell you everything. But anyway, so so it's just your thoughts on how to make your life better. Is that what it is?
Yeah. About God. A lot about God.
Yeah.
You know, you got to turn to God for anything. It's inspirational, very inspirational.
Yeah.
If you're looking for answers for God, read it.
All right.
Read my book.
And so, why do I keep getting? You might have like a Pentecostal background.
No, Baptist.
Baptist.
Yeah.
Baptist. I should have picked up on that because I grew up in a Baptist
Did
church.
you?
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
love the church. I love
Yeah, but they won't let me back in.
Why?
Well, the roof fell in the last time I was there.
I don't know
Yeah.
if they'll let
So.
me back in mine or not either.
Oh, really? Oh no. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about your writing and what's going on.
Okay, thank you.
You are on Crossroads Live with Jim and Joe.
Music speaks a universal language
and forms the soundtrack of our lives.
Brings joy, hope, and healing.
However, the future of music is in jeopardy.
Illegal downloading and file sharing have already cost
over 70,000 industry-related jobs.
And the U.S. economy loses $30 million a day.
Let's work together and keep the music playing.
Please download and share music responsibly.
To learn more, visit SaveTheMusicAmerica.org.
And welcome back to Crossroads Live. You are live on Crossroads Live with Jim and Joe, and we're going to talk a little bit about movie making, which is an area I know a little bit about.
Yes, you do. You know a lot about it.
Well, I've been in one or two, and
Right.
They weren't box office hits, but I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about your movie. You got a movie coming out.
Yes, I do, and it's a book too. It's a book/movie, When Bullets Collide. I'm writing with a friend of mine, which is my co-writer, Anthony Rojas. He's in California, but we communicate every day on this, so we're hoping to have it out in August.
Yeah.
He's starting a trailer right now on it, so.
Yeah.
But he can't do it. He can't present it until I'm done with the book. He's got to wait on me.
So, but yeah, you have to finish the book first.
Right.
Yeah. And so y'all are co-writing the screenplay together?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
When Bullets Collide.
Bullets Collide. This can't be a religious, uplifting movie.
It's a very action-packed movie.
Yeah.
A lot of action. Very good.
Yeah. And I take it from what you have told me that it has to do with a little bit with the military.
A little bit in there. I want you to be my lieutenant. We're going to talk to Anthony about that. You're going to be Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel, I went from buck private to Lieutenant Colonel overnight.
That's a good thing.
I don't know how you do that in the real military.
Right?
I don't know what all my ex-Navy buddies are going to say when they see this.
That you're in the Army now?
Well, you told me about that. And we can talk a little bit about this. You saw me in a music video that I did.
Yes, I did. It was awesome. Scars. That is my new favorite song.
Anyway, that song, we need to tell everybody about a song written by Ray Kennedy. Ray Kennedy is the singer on that song. And Ray, for some reason, picked me out to play the lead in the video, which was called Scars. And I play the role of the stranger. It was based on the Mad Max character that Mel Gibson did.
Right. It was really awesome. I mean, that's the best video I have seen.
It was a great video. I don't think Nashville liked it.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't really fit in the mold of what they were looking for.
Really?
Yeah.
These times and days it's getting tough, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this was 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So are y'all going to do like a music video to go along with the movie?
No, but we are going to have music in the movie.
Yeah. You're not going to have Clay Dustin singing in it.
We are going to have Clay Dustin in it. Yes, we are.
He's going to be in the movie, or is he going to sing in the movie?
Both. I don't know if he's going to be singing in the movie, but they're going to use his music as a soundtrack in the back. Yeah. And he is going to play a part. I don't know what part, but he may be a stop sign. Who knows?
A stop sign.
Don't know what he's going to be.
Yeah. Clay, there you go. We're getting you cast in a movie, partner. And so anyway, so when bullets collide, I got to know now, Whose bullets are colliding? Now, you going to tell me a little bit, or do I have to buy the book?
You have to buy the book and you have to watch the movie.
Well, I'm going to be in the movie.
That's right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So then what are you worried about?
Well, I have to read the part. I got to know who I'm shooting. You know.
You got the younger guys shooting.
Well, you know, I did a lot of old westerns.
Yes,
you know,
you did.
I did a lot of old westerns on television.
Right.
And I was always the bad guy getting shot.
Right.
You know, it was like on combat. I used to play on combat.
Right.
And I was doing extra work. I was going to college back in L.A. Now I'm there, and they get me to do extra work on combat and rawhide and all that stuff. So anyway, in combat, one week I might be the American shooting the German, and the next week I was a German dying. So there you go.
Well, this one, if everything goes good and you're the lieutenant colonel, you're the good guy.
Oh, I get to be the good guy.
Yeah.
All right. And so
I don't think you get shot or nothing.
Good. Anyway, so that movie. And when will that book be out?
I'm halfway done with that book right now, so I'm working really hard to try to get it put in by January. I'm not really sure. I might get stumped in the middle of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But right now it's going good.
So that book that's going to be made into a movie. So have you got a L.A. contact or out there? Because I just watched a movie with my old buddy Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Where he plays a promoter of writers.
Right.
Of screenplays. And the stuff they go through is amazing out there.
Right.
And so, I mean, they get messed around so bad. It's a miracle anybody ever gets a movie made.
Right. I think this one's going to really go.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good one.
So you're planning on having like a major studio pick it up, or
I'm
independent?
Not sure. Anthony Rojas' dad is president of Capitol Records, and I think we're going to go through him.
Well, he might have a couple connections. I think he knew Frank.
He does have connections.
Did he know Frank Sinatra?
Probably did. He's been president for a long, long time.
I think Frank recorded there.
Really?
Yeah, Captain.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure.
Right.
I'll check that out.
I'll ask him.
Ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll like to know. Did you know Frank Sinatra?
Did you hang out with him?
Did you really drink Jack Daniels with Frank?
Right.
And,
on the roof.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but no, I would like. I'm excited for you because you got a lot of good things coming up.
Yes, I do.
You know, a lot of great things coming up, and you know, I look forward to the books. The book tour.
Yes, buy my book. Watch my movie.
Oh, I will.
I got another inspirational book, too.
Yeah.
That I'm almost finished with. And, of course, my children's books. I'm getting ready to get them out. And I'm writing a true story, murder mystery, unsolved about my dad.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Okay, well, listen, I'll tell you what. We will be right back on Crossroads Live and discuss a little bit more about just what you were talking about. Okay. And we'll be right back on Crossroads Live with Joe and Jim.
Over 20 years, I've been interviewing the cowboy stars of film and television. Now I'd like to share what I've learned with you, not just the easily researched information, but the true stories behind the films and the stars. My audiobook, Golden Nuggets Along the Old Hollywood Trail, lets you in on little-known facts, trivia, and stories of the Western stars and films from the beginning to today. If you're a fan of the Western genre, I'd love to share my stories with you, and here's how.
And welcome back to Crossroads Live with Jim and Joe. We're on the road. We are in Granbury, Texas, and we have a few things we want to tell you about. We want to talk more about her book that will be out in January, right?
Yes, it's inspirational short stories by Joe.
By Joe. And what was it? Tell us again, for those who may not know, what was your real inspiration behind this?
You know, I really don't know. I was 6 or 7 years old, and that poem came to my head, and I wrote it, and I just started writing a bunch after that.
Yeah. Just continued writing, huh?
Right.
Well, that's the way most writers start, you know. They write a little bit, and then all of a sudden, wait, I like this, and so they keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the book will be out. let's give out a shout out again to who your publisher is.
Tape Publishing, and they're out of Oklahoma.
Let's talk about your sponsor.
Barnett Harley Davidson. I want to thank Sherman, Kurt, and Mark for sponsoring me for this trip.
Oh, wonderful. And we want to thank your best friend over here. What's her name?
Leslie Reed. She's been my best friend for over 30 years, and she is my PA.
All
She
right.
helps me with everything. She's good.
I want to talk about the makeup lady. What was her name?
That was my sister-in-law, Star. That's Clay Dustin's sister. And she did my makeup. I don't usually wear makeup.
I say Clay Dustin. I've heard of him somewhere. Anyway, and his mom was here.
Yes, Shirley Francione.
And we want to thank her.
Yes, we do. She took care of me, too.
And the wonderful gentleman that let us film on his property.
Dutch Wilkinson, thank you for letting us use your property. He owns the Plantation Inn. Anytime you need a room, go to him. He's very good.
And we want to thank the Longhorn Steers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your backup.
Yeah. Mo, Curly,
and
Bill,
Joe.
And Joe. Anyway, what was the little girl's name? Let's mention her name.
Arlie.
Arlie. We want to shout out to Arlie. And we want to thank everybody for watching. And I want to thank you for coming up to...
I want to thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about this for a while.
I know we have. And it's been great.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
Well, thank you. Only because Clay threatened to beat me up. Anyway, we want to thank. I want to thank you for being on Crossroads Live.
I want to thank you for having me here.
All right, there you go. And we want to thank you for watching. When her book comes out in January, come see her. We'll be at the Quitman Library, and she'll be signing autographed copies of her book, and I'll be signing autographed copies of my new CD. Just kidding. Anyway.
I'm getting ready to go on big tours, so I'm going to go to every state and every capital and all the cities in between. She's my driver.
She's your driver?
Yeah.
All right. I hope they're paying you big bucks, lady.
I have to pay her. I have to pay her.
All right. We've had a great time today in Granbury, Texas, and thanks to everybody for having us, and we'll see you later on Crossroads Live.
See you on the big screen.
So, till we meet again, good luck, God bless, and we'll see you at the Crossroads. Let's go then.